127,
Okay.
and then you've got your fencing along Hokukano Road,
Okay.
the ranch road,
Okay.
and then you've got walls and fencing on this side, but there's no intersecting fence that delineates this property from the 97.
Got it. And the 97, so this whole boundary on this side does have walls and fencing?
Yep, old wall,
Okay.
which actually delineates
the property line?
property boundaries, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Approximately. There are stakes over there too, but
Yeah, okay.
the rock wall, that's how they divided them in the past.
Yeah,
Want me to roll down your window?
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
It's nice, actually, nice temperature up.
Yeah, it's nice today.
And then if we might have a chance to see the Watusi if they're out and about today. The longhorns. Kind of see this tree line here.
Yeah.
The property boundary starts basically where the tree line starts. Not this one right here, not the guava, but the ohia. And then you'll see this kind of tree line kind of come up. On this side, right when we start hitting the trees, is the approximate boundary of 97. And this goes, of course, quite a ways away. Even though you've got that tree line there, we're actually at the 1/3 point on the 127 this way.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of space going that way.
That way, and
Yeah.
that's got some forest in it.
Got some forest, and then again open. There's not a lot of forest on this lower one.
Okay.
Definitely, the 97 acres has it already. I might even have see if I have a Google overhead. Yeah, here's a good example. Let's see if this is it.
Oh, great.
And let me just make sure. Yeah. So, let's see here. Sorry, let me. Yeah. So we're here's the ranch road here. We turned here, and we're going up this road here.
Okay.
As you can see that this ridge of trees
Yeah.
is this right here.
Okay.
And so you see all this open space to this line here.
Okay.
And so you've got, it's kind of patchy, and then somewhere right around here is this property line,
Okay.
the split. So you've got some forest, some forest here, and all this open space.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And then this is the 97
Mhm.
acres.
Mhm.
It's got some, is this?
These are actually neighboring properties. This is the boundary
Okay,
here.
got it. So there's not much.
No, the only open space you have is really here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That helps a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it does.
There they are. Well, the grass is good.
Oh, yeah, they look happy.
Oh, they are. All you have to do is just eat.
So they've got their own little water thing here.
That all comes from the catchment system.
Oh. Okay, so here's a fence. But the fence is not a property line.
No.
Okay. So what is this fence for?
Probably, I don't know. They a lot of this property was fenced and cross-fenced. Anytime you cross-fence for cattle, it's usually just a section it off. Because you want to graze them here, you want to graze them here, but you don't want the whole thing just open.
Right.
You'll never find them.
Okay. So this is part of the 127.
Yeah.
And the 127's on both sides of us, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Going this
We're
way.
in the middle.
Hi, buddy.
I know.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama.
Oh, look at that.
Hi.
She looks pregnant, doesn't she?
Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Wow.
Do we get to keep the cows too, then?
No, they're just leasing.
I'm just kidding.
These
Hey,
are
buddy.
rent to cows, huh? Oh, this is a different one. These look like
Jerseys.
Jersey.
Look at this little guy. He's going to be the bull.
funny. Yeah, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, hey,
Yeah.
I got this one.
What is...
Where's Papa? I don't see Big Papa.
Okay.
So anyway, somewhere right around here, if you happen to see a steak, you let me know. I haven't been able to find it.
So it kind of goes that way.
It just kind of goes like if you
Diagonal that way.
yeah,
So
something
it's
like
inside
approximately.
the pasture
Okay.
then? This fenced area then? It's like you,
Mhm.
would you have to split? You'd have to...
Yeah, if you want to run another fence, it'd just be up to you. If you want to keep the pigs out of your
Yeah.
trees, I mean, it's just right now it was fenced as a main ranch, and then you would just
Right.
if you wanted additional fencing, you would just install additional fencing
Yes.
on your boundary.
So would I have a surveyor? If I purchased the property, would I have a surveyor? It's already been surveyed.
It has,
sounds
yeah,
like.
it has. And if you wanted to hire a survey to pin out certain additional points, you could hire somebody to do that.
I see, just for fencing or whatever.
Yeah, West Thomas did it, and so what they would probably do is you would tell them where you want your boundary markers, you know, because hey, I want to put in a fence. Can you come out and do some additional marks for us and additional?
Okay.
And then you would do that, and then just you know.
Because it crosses between this
Yeah.
one. Okay, so.
And not knowing exactly where the boundary is right in this section, but it's in this general section here.
What's that tree right there? Oh, that's nice.
There's another one right there too, a younger one.
So it used to grow here. I mean, it's,
Oh yeah, this is fine.
that's a nice one.
A lot of the cows sometimes trample the stakes too, so you just
Right. Okay.
yeah, you never know.
I wonder if West Thomas would give you the coordinates. Don't they do coordinates too?
You can.
Shoot down. Yeah, well, I can try.
Well, it's probably on the title report.
Yeah, like a meets and bounds kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. We're in the 97.
So we're in the 97.
So we would we'd make a
I
road
see.
and access it from the main road there.
Yeah, no, there's a couple points that seem more logical, especially when you look. I think there's actually an old Jeep road that isn't really used. It's overgrown with grass. That
Okay.
might be a logical point of entry from the road.
Yeah. It's not too cold here, huh?
Nope.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I was worried about that. I thought, oh dear, it's going to be too high, but it doesn't feel too cold.
No, and actually, the difference between this parcel and some of the upper parcels that we have, temperature-wise, is pretty significant. It's there is a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at some property up in Colombia of the, the higher pieces.
Right.
And it feels a lot colder.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're at 5,000 plus up there, especially if you're up in that upper 20-acre section.
How many trees? I mean, do you have an idea of how much of the portion of the land you're going to use for foresting, or is it
Well,
going to be?
eventually the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm interested. Well, but I really want to create a mountain garden, and you need some open space because there's certain specimen trees that are really fantastic, and you need some space to plant them. And also, is there a problem with that? Is anybody going to object
To
to
try to
that?
do an agribusiness?
Yeah. That would be.
Probably have to get a variance from the county to do it, but people have done it. I don't know about this area though, huh? Well, they got the zip lining though, so
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
right,
so
that's
it's not like they
right.
don't allow it.
Yeah, they
They-
do have. And
And,
it's such a long way out.
and you're going to be less of an impact than that,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you know.
I remember one guy
Oh,
was
there's a
looking at doing
bighorn
it.
one.
Yeah, there's Papa.
One guy was looking at doing.
It was back when we had the ranch as a whole. He was looking at
Oh my gosh.
doing he wanted to put in his own private shooting range.
Oh my gosh, look at that guy. He's
Oh.
so big.
There he is.
Oh my gosh.
What you guys doing up here?
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
They're usually not up this far.
Oh my gosh.
Guess they wanted to be away from the kids.
Are these all guys or are these?
No, there's not all of them are bulls. They just have the horns that way.
Okay.
Oh,
Actually, I think there's just a.
So this upper piece has some, I guess this side is the open. Do you know where the property line, can you see
Yeah.
it from here? Like on that way, going that way?
You can. There's a house. See the
Water
barn, the
tank?
catchment barn?
Yeah.
That's on the other property, and there's a rock wall just this side of that, which is the boundary that you'll see on the map. And of course, there's the Paris's cabin.
Oh, okay.
So we're kind of at that end of the property now.
Okay.
And you can see the top end of the property. You see this stake right here on the fence.
Can we get out?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we can get out. Yeah, just watch out for bighorn.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I need to spray that stake anyway.